Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. Today I'm making a video on the topic of smoking among students. First of all, this video is for the assignment in the subject EDU 404, History and Philosophy in Education. First of all, I want to thank you, Madam Khadijah, for giving me the chance to talk and to make this video. First of all, what is smoking? Smoking is a habit or an action of inhaling and exhaling smoke from cigarettes or drugs. Why is smoking is highly addictive? In cigarettes, there are substances called nicotine, which is highly addictive, and this make smokers feel the needs to smoke. Okay, first of all, what are the factors affecting students to smoke? First is of course peer pressure. Students spend most of their time with their friends. Their friends are everything for them. Their friends in school, their friends in outside schools. All their time they spend with their friends. So peer pressure contributes a lot in students to start smoking. Why do peer pressure is a big factor? People usually want to be accepted. So in order to be accepted, they need to follow the status quo. They need to follow the group. What the group did, what the group do, they will do it. If all the groups are smokers, then they need to smoke. They feel that they need to smoke in order for them to be accepted in the group. So this contributes to students to smoke. Next is their rebellious action, their rebellious behavior. As we know, students, young blood, they have this urge of rebellious, this urge of not following the rules. So that is why peer pressure contributes a lot to students to become rebellious. So how do they become rebellious? They smoke, they taking drugs. So here we can see that peer pressure is a big factor in contributing students to smoke. Next is stress. We all know that stress in studies cannot be separated. So students, when they feel stressed, they need to do something. They feel that they need to do something. So what do? They find a way to release their stress by smoking. They feel that by smoking, they can feel relaxed. Students, young generations, they have immature thinking, so they don't know how to channel their stress in the right path. So they channel their stress through smoking. But the thing is that smoking can only give you relax for a short amount of time, and then you realize how much money you waste, how unhealthy their habits are, but the students cannot think of that. So that's why they result in taking cigarettes. The third factors are the environment surrounding them. Who are in the environments? The closest example that we can give that we know is their families themselves. Okay, their dad, their brothers, their uncles. If they are smoke in a place where the students are, the students will feel that it is okay to smoke. If their dad can smoke, if their families can smoke, why do they can't? Okay, that is why they feel that smoking is okay for them to do it. Next is the surrounding itself, the public itself. We know that public places, adults smoke in public places. So the student saw it, and the student feels that if the adults can do it, why can't we? So with that, they feel that they can do it. Even they can do it better. Even nowadays, students smoke in their school uniforms. This show how rebellious they are in their action. So it can come back to the first factor, which are the peer pressure. If their friends can smoke, have the guts to smoke in public places, in their school uniform, so they feel that there is no harm for them to do it. And the last factors in contributing to students to smoke is to look cool. Okay, for non-smoker, this may seem silly, this may seem untrue, this may seem stupid, but the thing is that students do feel by smoking they look manly, they look macho, they look powerful. Okay, when holding a cigarette, the personality of the students can change according to their behavior at that particular time. So if they smoke, they feel that smoking gives them power and manly characteristic to them. This may cause by the influence of movies, which we all can see in movies. All the bad guys, all the villains, all the gangster, they smoke cigar, they smoke cigarettes. So in that movie itself, in that influence itself, it shows that powerful people smokes. So they feel that they need to become powerful, they need to feel powerful, they need to feel manly, so they smokes, and they feel that nothing wrong with that. Next, I will talk about how to overcome smoking among students. This may seems like a common thing. People keep saying that smoking is easy to stop. Smoking is not that hard if you want to quit it. But there are ways for us to help students to overcome this issue. First of all, is trigger avoidance. What is trigger avoidance? Smokers usually have this triggered behavior whereby if they are doing something and after that behavior, after that action, they will smoke. So the action before their smoke is what we call the trigger to smoke. The sense of needs to smoke. So if you can avoid that, if you can avoid the trigger, so we can help the students to cut down their smoking and eventually stop them from smoking. So what are the ways for us to avoid the trigger? So first of all, we need to replace the actions after the trigger with something else. Like for example, if after a meal you usually take cigarettes, so in order for you to stop, in order for you to overcome the problems, after a meal, try eat some fruits, try do activities in order for you to forget the needs, the urge for you to smoke. Okay. Other than that, it is quite useful if you delay your time to smoke. Okay, by delaying your time to smoke, by time you will lose the urge to smoke. This is very true actually. So if you delay the time when you feel to smoke, then by time you will automatically lose the urge for you to smoke. Next is to never give up. Okay, never ever give up. Yes, to stop smoking is hard because of the nicotine itself. The nicotine is highly addictive. So we know that if something is highly addictive, it is not easy for us to just not taking it. So you need to tell yourself that this process of overcoming this issue of stopping from smoking is a long process. It may take a month, it may take a year or more, and this is not a one-time process. Okay, you may after a year you may start smoking back, but if you stay strong, you said to yourself that you can do it, so you will do it. You can get reward. You can achieve the goals which is to stop smoking. So be strong to yourself and keep on trying. Never ever give up. Okay, next is try to find replacement or external help. Meaning that, hi, I'm back. Sorry for the technical delay. So I continue by saying that what I mean in uh, finding support, finding external support. Have you heard about nicotine patch? Nicotine patch is actually a supportive substance which in the form of patch, and you stick it to your body. Okay. What does this nicotine patch do? Is they replace the nicotine that you need in the cigarettes to your body, so your body will have no urge of smoking, because people smoke because they need the nicotine. So if you stick the nicotine patch in your body, the nicotine will be supplied by the patch itself. So in order for that, so you can avoid other substances, other harmful substances, toxic substances in the cigarettes. Okay. Okay. Next is get support, get help. Okay. You need to tell your families, you need to tell your friends on your on your needs to stop smoking. This may help you a lot. If you get support, you know that you are not alone in this journey. Okay, it is a very hard and long journey, so you need support in order for you to stay focused in what you want to achieve. Tell your friends, tell your families on the goals that you have set to yourself. Okay, next is try to set a date. Okay, try to set a date for you to stop smoking. It may be a month, a year, or more, but set a date. Okay, work your way towards the date. Work slowly and strongly towards the date. Okay, put a signature in the dates to symbolize the commitment that you have made to yourself, the promise that you have made in for you to stop smoking. Then put some supportive words, your own supportive words. So every time you feel the urge to smoke, every time you feel the urge to give up, you look at the date, you look at your signature, the commitment that you have, and the supportive words that you put there. So try to not break your promise. Okay, you promise yourself, go on with it, stay strong with it. And finally, the simplest way is religion. Okay, get yourself close to God. No religion in the world, promotes you to take harmful stuff to your body. So that itself shows that religion is one of the factors, one of the ways for you to overcome the problems. Okay, get yourself closer to religion, get yourself closer to God, put faith in Him. Okay, pray to Him that you will stay strong in order for you to stop smoking. And if God wills, then you can achieve your goals. Next is my personal opinion on this issue. This issue, people may say that this is a common issue in Malaysia, but common as it is a big issue. If you start smoking at a tender age, at a young age, students may feel that they can take it up to the next level. They may take drugs. So we don't want our future generations, our future leaders, to be involved in this situation. We need to make sure that our future generations is clean from this harmful situation. So I think that we can't just blame the smokers. We need to work together for us to overcome this issue. So if we work together, if we strive together, then I think that this issue can be overcome slowly by a period of times, and it is not wrong for us to try to overcome this issue, because it is not impossible for us to solve any problems there are in this world. So I think that's all from me. I hope that you enjoy my video. I hope that you can get inputs from my video. I'm sorry if I have any wrongdoings in shooting this video. Thank you all.